Paper Mario is one of the best franchises Nintendo has ever made, but not all Paper Mario games were good. Nintendo has the right combination of humor, great storytelling, and world building in each one of these games in the series. But is Paper Mario a franchise worth playing? Well, it all started with Paper Mario when it released on February 5th, 2001 in America and August 11th, 2000 in Japan. Paper Mario was the first Mario RPG since Square Enix made Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo. Originally, it was supposed to be a sequel to Super Mario RPG, but I guess Nintendo didn't want to share Mario anymore. Paper Mario 64 has pretty much everything you'd expect from a Mario game. You can jump on enemies' heads, collect coins, items, and even, of course, save Princess Peach, all with an RPG twist. Mario sets off on a journey through the Mushroom Kingdom, exploring dungeons, battling enemies, and managing stats along the paper-filled world. Bowser stole the Star Rod of Starhaven and made himself OP. The only way to stop Bowser is going around the Mushroom Kingdom and collecting the 7 Star Spirits. Mario RPGs always have you collecting some kind of powerful object to save the world, and Paper Mario 64 kept the tradition going. Paper Mario was like a beta test for the series. The story didn't take itself too seriously, which I think makes it great. It's full of humor, good turn-based combat, weird bosses, great characters, and wacky locations you visit on your adventure. The cast of party members you get all have their own individual personalities that help form the story. Like Goombario, he's from Goomba Village and really admires Mario. He can provide you with information throughout the game such as enemies and locations. Then there's Lady Bo. She's the leader of the Boos with a princess-like attitude. Bombette is literally just a ticking time bomb that blows up anything in her way. These are just some partner characters you can meet along the way that help you on your adventure to defeat Bowser. What kind of sucks is your partners don't level up alongside you, and it makes them kind of have set playstyles. Not only are the characters full of life, but even the background characters like the Toads. They're loaded with personality with the many different outfits they wear. The highlight of the story, other than the good writing and characters, has to be the world you explore. From the mountaintops of dry ruins, to the flower fields, and everything in between, the game has a lot of variety. Paper Mario 64 was really good. It found a way to slow you down from the regular fast-paced Mario game style, and really enjoy a well-written story in the Mushroom Kingdom. It's really an important game. It laid out the groundwork for the Mario and Luigi series, and future Paper Mario games to come. Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door released on October 11th, 2004 in America, and on July 22nd, 2004 in Japan. Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door is the absolute best Paper Mario game in the series. This is the game that made Paper Mario popular. This time, Mario travels to a place called Rogueport. It's a place filled with criminals and low-life people, and this guy, Don Pianta, a mob boss. Princess Peach sends Mario a magic treasure map that leads Mario to the location of the 7 crystal stars. The objective of the game is to use the crystal stars to open the Thousand Year Door. Princess Peach once again was captured, but this time by a new enemy, the X-Nauts. The X-Nauts have a different plan for whatever's inside the door. On your adventures getting the crystal stars, you meet an amazing cast of characters. Goombella is very sassy and full of attitude. Bomberry is an old pirate Bob-omb, and even you get a baby Yoshi that you get to name and choose its color. The Thousand Year Door greatly expands on the battle systems from Paper Mario 64. Your partners now have their own health pool, and more importantly, can level up. You now have an audience with cheering fans and even people that will throw things at you while you're in battle. The audience actually matters more than you think. If you execute your abilities well, the audience cheers you and you gain star power to use special, more powerful abilities. But if you fail too many times, you can get hit in the head with a hammer. This new system actually makes you pay attention to the game and learn how to use all the abilities correctly. The Thousand Year Door also added new paper forms for Mario to explore deeper and solve more puzzles with, like a paper airplane or a paper boat. Don't ask how a paper boat can survive on water. The world's made of paper. Nothing makes sense. It wasn't a normal Mario story where Peach is stolen by Bowser. This time Peach was kidnapped by new enemies. There was Lord Crump, the 3 Shadows, one of them which becomes your friend at some point, and whatever is behind the Thousand Year Door. Bowser is still there, of course, but this time he's kind of a background character. He has a completely different personality this time. He's very goofy compared to the Bowser on Paper Mario 64's serious tone. Each chapter of the Thousand Year Door takes you to unforgettable locations. You get to explore the mysterious hub town, Rogueport, Glitzville, castles, and much more to keep you engaged in this amazing story. If you ever play a Paper Mario game, I highly recommend the Thousand Year Door. It was recently ported on the Switch with stunning HD graphics. It also came with some quality of life features that make the game even better than it was. I can only say good things about this game. To me, it's the best Paper Mario game ever made till this day. Nintendo found a great formula that worked well as an RPG, then Super Paper Mario was announced. Super Paper Mario released on April 9th, 2007 in America, and on April 19th in Japan. This is where Paper Mario started to change. The game removed the turn-based combat completely from the game and made it a platformer. Yes, Nintendo decided to remove the turn-based combat after 2 successful Paper Mario games. Now Mario reverted back to just jumping on heads again with a few different ways to deal damage. This game is a bit different than the past entries. It fuses 2D and 3D gameplay together, allowing Mario to switch between the two to solve puzzles. Nintendo changed a lot with this entry, but they decided to leave the fantastic story writing in place. Mario, Peach, Bowser, and Luigi have to travel to all different dimensions to stop the evil Count Bleck from destroying the world with the Chaos Heart. Bleck isn't evil just for fun, he actually has a reason for wanting to destroy the world. The story is kind of darker for a Mario game, and it's really enjoyable. There's upbeat moments in the story, then you blink and your heart breaks. The fact that you get to play as Luigi, Peach, and Bowser kind of make up for the lack of turn-based battle systems. They each have their own abilities for taking down enemies, making the combat less stale. There are also these followers called Pixels. They enhance Mario and give him things like a temporary shield or the ability to hammer something. As you defeat enemies, you can still level up to make your attack stronger. Super Paper Mario turned mostly into a platformer, but I think the platforming was a lot of fun. Flipping between 3D and 2D made for some enjoyable puzzles. I love this game for its story, but it is the reason why if something's not broke, don't fix it, just make it better. I feel if it kept the turn-based battle system and expanded on it even further, it could potentially be better than the Thousand Year Door. Overall, I like the game, and I still highly recommend it. Paper Mario Sticker Star released on November 11, 2012 in America, and on December 6, 2012 in Japan. Remember when I said Super Paper Mario was where it started to change? Well, Sticker Star changed even more. You would think putting a Paper Mario game on a handheld console would be perfect. I mean, it would be if the game was good. Fans begged Nintendo to bring back the turn-based combat since Super Paper Mario, and they did, but in the wrong way. You use stickers you find to do attacks, and they're single use only. Nintendo removed star points, flower points, and badges for just stickers. The game gave you anxiety because you had to conserve your sticker use so much. And to make things worse, when you battle enemies, you get no XP, so it was pointless. It made me avoid every enemy I could. The story was even boring. Bowser crashes Sticker Fest and steals the royal stickers. Mario and his partner Kirsty have to collect all 6 royal stickers across the 6 worlds. And save Princess Peach? I almost forgot. The game also scales back on unique locations. Instead, it uses the general themes of locations seen in Super Mario games. The diversity of friendly characters and enemies has also been reduced, with most characters being standard toads. The cool companions are one of the best things about Paper Mario games, and we got Kirsty, a talking crown. Not everything was bad though, we still got the amazing paper art style and some fun puzzles along the way with the Paper Mario humor we all love. The game isn't completely bad, it's just nowhere near the level of Paper Mario 64 or the Thousand Year Door. Paper Mario Color Splash came out on October 7, 2016 in North America and on October 13, 2016 in Japan. And Color Splash, instead of stickers, we got paint. The story isn't too exciting. Mario adventures across Prism Island after he receives a color drained toad in the mail. He then meets up with Huey, a flying paint bucket, and eventually sets off to find the 6 big paint stars and rescue Princess Peach from a possessed Bowser. I mean, technically it's a little different, Bowser's possessed now. The battle system is very similar to Sticker Star, but instead of stickers you use cards. You just paint the cards, then use them to attack. Once again, Nintendo decided not to include XP after battling enemies. I would avoid as many enemies as I could because you weren't rewarded with anything. One thing Nintendo did right was the amazing graphics. Paper Mario Color Splash really is full of color. The levels and puzzles were still very enjoyable. The humor is still there along with crazy characters Paper Mario is known for. At first I thought the paint mechanic was a cool idea, but it wasn't enough to distract me from the fact Nintendo stripped the game of RPG mechanics once again. The card system was just tedious in the end. The game even lacked unique Paper Mario characters, most of them were just toads just like in Sticker Star. Overall, Paper Mario Color Splash was fun, don't get me wrong, it could be better. I feel Nintendo made a few poor design choices that held it back. Paper Mario the Origami King released on July 17, 2020 worldwide. After the mixed reviews on Sticker Star and Color Splash, no one knew what to expect from this game. This time, the story is about saving the entire world from being folded by King Ollie. You team up with his sister Olivia to put a stop to his origami folding shenanigans. I mean, it at least sounds better than Stickers. Instead of bringing back the traditional battle system everyone has been wanting for years, they made a completely new combat system again. Origami King introduced the ring-based battle system. You have to line up enemies on a circular grid before you can attack each turn. At first, I liked the new battle system, but having to solve a Rubik's Cube every time you attack got really annoying after a while. Nintendo had a traditional RPG turn-based battle system that was perfect, and they just refused to listen to their fans, and we got this in return. Origami King absolutely nailed the world design though. The game is really good looking, the puzzles were creative, and each world has its own unique theme to explore. From the beautiful autumn mountain to the scorching sandpaper desert, Origami King has a lot of amazing locations to see in this folded paper world. The bosses in the game were such a letdown, you literally are fighting office supplies, like a hole punch and colored pencils. That's where the game lost me. The other Paper Mario games at least had unique bosses with creative backstories. This just felt like lazy writing. Olivia is your companion throughout the game, and she is way better than Huey and Kirsty. Olivia isn't just there with Mario, she actually plays a big role in the story. Origami King's story has a good amount of emotional moments sprinkled in. The game touches on friendships, sacrifice, and loss, which are surprising topics to see from a Mario game. The quality of Origami King's story is on the level of The Thousand Year Door and Super Paper Mario. Nintendo at least kept the good story writing intact. You also get a few partners to help you with battles and puzzles in specific chapters like Bobby and Professor Toad. Paper Mario Origami King was a good game, but the battle system being so tedious, I felt like I wanted to avoid every enemy in the game. On top of that, once again, there was no experience points in the game, so battling enemies was even more pointless, unless you had to fight a boss to progress. The deeper RPG elements were missing from the Origami King also. You could upgrade items and stuff, but it's not the same as leveling up and customizing Mario your own way. Origami King was more of an adventure puzzle game instead of what the Paper Mario franchise was founded on, with great RPG elements. It's so weird that Nintendo just refuses to go back to the Thousand Year Door gameplay style, even though that's everyone's most favorite game in the series. Paper Mario had a long journey, and it has changed a lot over the years. Sometimes it changed for the better, and sometimes for the worse. Nintendo remastered the Thousand Year Door for the Switch, and that gives me hope that they will finally listen and surprise us with the next Paper Mario game. Paper Mario as a franchise has overall left a huge mark on gaming. It gave us unforgettable characters, wild worlds to explore, and stories that are emotionally deep to outright bizarre. All the Paper Mario games are generally good to fantastic, but if I had to recommend only one, it would be the Thousand Year Door. The Paper Mario games will always have a special place in my heart, and I'm very excited for its future. I'm Tankingway, I'll see you in the next one.